Hi everyone, this is Greg. I'm going to be doing a video talking about fire preparedness and the wrap up of what we've been talking about in the last few videos that will help you just to remind you what to do if a fire breaks out in your home, residence, or even your office or a place of workplace. And then again, these are just the basics. Before I get started, I just want to talk a little bit about fires. We are getting into the winter months of 2024 now, and I'm already seeing not only in my area but throughout the entire country, fires are breaking out like mad. I know in my area, I live in the Chicago area and the northwest suburbs, and my area has already seen almost a fire in a residence almost every single day, from the city out to the suburbs. And cause of those fires have been a lot of chimneys to just careless mistakes. And unfortunately, a lot of those fires, there has been deaths. And there was this one house that happened just a couple of days ago, not that far from me, where a family of four, fire came in. They're still under investigation, so there's not an unknown cause right this moment of what caused the fire. But I will tell you, um, it's a sad situation when you hear a family of four and a fire breaks out, and part of the family made it out alive, and then you had another part of the family where um, they just didn't make it. It was a mother and a 14-year-old son. They got trapped up in the attic. And it's a very, very, very devastating when you hear something like that. And I cannot imagine that. And I'm seeing more and more of this as time goes on. A lot of these fires can be prevented. A lot of them can be. It just takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of preparedness. It takes a lot of action, what to do. I cannot stress this enough. Please, please, if you do not have fire extinguishers, if you do not have a smoke detector, please get one. They're not expensive, and I mentioned that in the videos where you can get them. Hardware stores, retail like Walmart, Target, Menards, if you have those. And or contact your fire department. Sometimes the fire department, the Red Cross will team up and they will go around the communities. I know they do that around here in Chicago. Go around the communities. You could sign up and they'll give you a smoke detector for free. It may not be enough for every single room, but it's enough to save a life. Um, and especially a lot of these homes, like here in the city of Chicago, there's a lot of homes that are made out of wood. They're not structured because they've been built 100 years ago, and they're grandfathered by the old laws where you do not need any kind of fire alarm or smoke detector. And again, if you don't have one, please put one up. Also, carbon monoxide, because that kind of goes along with it. And now they make alarms where I mentioned this too, where you can do it. They have a combo where half of it's a fire smoke alarm and the other half is a CO detector. So you don't get a two in one. But I'm tired of seeing so many people losing their lives over fires. I just don't understand it. And again, if you don't have one, and I know I keep preaching this over and over and over again, please get one. It will save a life. It will save you, not your life, your family, your pets. And it will give you enough time to just get outside of your residence or your office or a place of work. Another thing is your life is valuable. You only live one life. Do all you can to take care of yourself. And when a fire happens, and get everybody together and assemble somewhere. That's again, that's why I talk about meeting spots. Have a meeting spot, you know, nearby your house or your place of work or in another location. That way, you're not interfering with the fire, and people know where to go, your family and whatever, so everybody's accounted for. Another thing is I stress, do not go back into the fire. I don't know how many times I hear people going back into a fire. Yeah, you think, oh yeah, it's just okay, whatever. It's not bad, and walk right in. A fire happens so quickly, it spreads very quickly. Smoke, you know, builds up very quickly, and then you got the carbon monoxide. Don't forget about that. That's what kills. A lot of firefighters find the victims right by the door. They're just feet from the door, and they didn't make it out. All because they went back inside. Oh, I forgot my cell phone. Oh, I got my laptop computer. I was doing my homework. Who cares? What's more important is you and your family getting out of that darn house or that darn office with your coworkers. That's what's important. I'm going to put this together from a residential and a business because they're together. And like I said, I will make separate videos as down the road I mentioned, where I'm just going to focus just on business, just on residents. All these past videos that I've made up to this point are very similar, what you can do for residents and for your business as well. So that's why I've got a combination. Um, First thing you want to do is have a fire plan. You know, in that plan, know where your smoke detectors are, know where your fire extinguishers are, know where your exits are, know where your meeting plans are. What I just mentioned, your meeting areas. Know what kind of fire extinguishers you're going to be using. Like I said, the normal one is an ABC, and that's good for all fires. And just know all that. Then know what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. Evacuate. When you hear fire alarms or the horns in your office building, evacuate. But if you're, like I said in the last video, if you're inside of an office or a room, you don't know what's going on inside that other side of that door. Take the back of your hand, tap the door. If it's cool, then you know you're okay, and just evacuate and follow the exits or go to your nearest door windows. And yes, use windows if you need be. If it is warm, stay inside. That's where you shelter in place. And seal up the cracks of your doors. Stay low. If you can put a piece of cloth outside of your window, balcony, do so bystanders and the fire department can see you, and call 911 and let them know where you are. And again, if you're in an office building, use landmarks because you can be in a big place and it's going to take a little bit longer to find you. Hopefully, the room that you're in has numbers. That is the basics you can get. And like I said, we'll break it down later in future videos. I cannot stress this enough. Please get a smoke detector. It will save your life and your family. I also want to express a point. If you have the physical challenged employees or your family members, even elderly, have a way to help them evacuate because they'll need help. They'll need more time to evacuate. And have some sort of a device if they're hearing impaired. And I mentioned this before, you can use like, strobes, flashing lights. If they're um, can't see and they're blind, have some sort of ways, which is good. Um, Having the sounds from a smoke detector or a fire alarm, and now a lot of alarms will are basically verbal, and when they go off, they'll say fire, fire, or smoke, smoke, or get out. So use those. So again, you don't want to forget about the physically challenged, the handicapped, and the elderly. Make sure you have a plan in place for them. From from alerting to evacuation. If you need help with fire plannings or smoke detectors, contact your local fire department. They're there to help you. American Red Cross, local emergency, or county emergency management agency. Use your resources. Even if you have a fire extinguisher company, they'll be good to help you out as well. Some of them are retired or volunteer firefighters, depending on what area you're in. If you cannot fight a fire that's small, call the fire department. Don't try to get out there and use a garden hose and stuff. I see that on television a lot, especially when we have those wildfires out west in California. You'll see fire all over the place, and here's a guy outside his house using the garden hose. I understand what he's doing. He's trying to, keep everything moist and everything. But here's this ring of fire right around you. It's like, hello, what are you doing? I get in my car and go. Another thing is, if your smoke alarm goes off and your fire alarm goes off, evacuate. You don't know how many times I see in a workplace people don't take it seriously. Oh, it's just a drill. If it was a drill, they would tell you. They would tell you in advance. Sometimes, yeah, they will not tell you because they want to see how you react to the situation. But never assume that it's a drill or it's a false alarm. I've been in situations really where we thought that. There actually was a fire on the other side of the building. You might be on the first floor and you're in a 8-story building. It could be an apartment building, it could be a commercial building. Nothing's going on your floor, but you don't know what's going on the second, the third, and the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the eighth. You might even have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on fire. You don't even know because it hasn't reached down to you yet. So again, when you hear the smoke alarm, evacuate. Now, if it's in your own home, it's a little bit different because it's your home. You know what's going on. But when you're in a place that you're not familiar with, you could be shopping in a store, you could be at Walmart, you could be at a ball, you could be in a movie theater. Fire alarm goes off, you don't know what the heck is going on. If you don't know, evacuate. That's all I can say. And do not go back into the fire. Even though you forgot something or whatever, it's not important. Who cares? But your life is more important. I'm here to protect all of you. I love and I care for everybody. That's why I do what I do, not just here in the United States, but all over the world. And I'm here to protect you and help educate every single one of you what to do in case of a fire. I hope this helps. Like I said, in the future, we're going to break things down. Look at the other videos that I've made on different preparedness, and we'll see you in another video. Take care.